Welcome to tonight's video. This video is coverage, first video is coverage from the Liverpool and Basle game, and then there's a second video following that from yesterday's other Champions League games, so it's a roundup of the final group games of the Champions League. I'd like to apologise for not doing a video there at the weekend. I didn't see any of the football at the weekend, so I couldn't really do a video on what I didn't see. But the title race is certainly hotting up with Chelsea's draw and loss in the last two games and Manchester City's return to form with Sergio Aguero. The gap is now 3 points and it's really game on. So going to the Liverpool and Basle game, it was do or die for Liverpool in this must-win game. They started this game with a high tempo and really were looking to get that incentive to get the early goal. They had to beat Basle. It was going to be one of those teams that would join Real Madrid in the knockout stages. Basle were starting to come into it a bit more though, and after about 10 minutes, there was no real cut chances in that first 10 minutes. Bit of a bizarre corner by Liverpool, was played short, then back to Gerrard, went nowhere, was an easy take for the Basle goalkeeper. Then there was a warning shot from Gashi as slack defending from the home side presented a half chance. Still a massive concern for Liverpool, the defending aspect. Sterling played through, really should have had a shot at goal, but he tried to pass it instead of taking the shot on, had a maybe 50-50 chance of opening the scoring there. Fry scored for Basle. It was a lovely 1-2. He played with his teammate and smashed into the bottom right hand corner, and it was no more than Basle deserved. They were well worthy of the lead. Then Sterling had a tamish effort which was well smothered by the Basle goalkeeper. Gonzalez could have ended the game as a contest, but Enrique saved the day using his power to wield him away from goal. Liverpool really needed to show more invention in the match and show that they want to remain in the season's Champions League. What they had been doing that far in the game was predictable and not working. Could only have seen Basle get a second goal, and they were only denied by a Liverpool blocking effort and goal, and that was near half time. And Liverpool really needed to change things on what was a wet night at Anfield, and it was all kind of too familiar because normally when things seem to be going against you in football, it seems to be raining as well. Second goal was ruled out for Gashi. It was at least a yard offside, but again another warning for Liverpool. And it was then a good move by Liverpool. Glenn Johnson was found out in the wide right, played in the ball. It was a really poor ball. It summed up Liverpool though. Kind of getting the ball into Johnson, and the ball itself was poor. It was better football by Liverpool, but they can't work the opening and not playing a striker in the second half. That was very interesting ploy by Brendan Rodgers. Then we were coming up to the hour mark. Basle were holding on quite comfortably. Surely at this point Liverpool got to be looking and bringing on Coutinho. Xhaka almost ended the game as a contest with a drive from range that went inches wide. Markovic was then sent off. He was a second half substitute. He lasted 15 minutes. He swung his arm at the Basle player. He did not make contact. It was with kind of fingertips, but there was intent in it, so you could argue either way with that one, certainly. And a bad night for Liverpool was made worse. Sterling played Gerrard through. It was a great goalkeeping to deny him an equaliser as he bared down on Gerrard, and it was said if this had been 5 years ago Gerrard would have got to the ball, and there's no doubt he would have. Gerrard with a wonderful free kick in off the post from 25 yards out, 10 minutes to go, and it was game on. Gashi with a free kick at the other end, and it was straight into Mignolet. Basle were still looking dangerous. Safari was denied by an outstretched Mignolet. Then Xhaka was found his way into the box. It was a horrendous effort by the Swiss international, all the time in the world. Moreno played the ball into Henderson. The header, it wasn't really going towards goal. It took a massive deflection, almost went over the line, and the goalkeeper saved it. It looked like it was going to go in. 4 minutes to go, Liverpool pushing really hard. Ball played through, but Sterling was beaten to the ball by a terrific defensive challenge, and it was a corner to Liverpool. 2 minutes to go, not including added time. Another corner to Liverpool. They were pushing really hard. The ball eventually falls to Gerrard, but it was a very hard one to take to score that one. It was not going to be another Olympiacos moment for Liverpool, unfortunately. Were Liverpool going to get one more chance? There was 4 minutes of added time, and Bolo denied by Mignolet at the other end. Should have played it across, and that could have been game over. Gashi ran into the corner flag, but Glenn Johnson took it away from him. It was good defending. Liverpool came away with the ball. 2 minutes added time remaining. Sterling plays the ball to Scott. He slides it wide. Will they get one more chance after that, or is that it? Henderson almost wins the game with a tremendous strike. The ball fell to him after a corner. It fell to him. He hits it on the half volley. He looks like he scored. It's a terrific save by the goalkeeper. It doesn't look like Liverpool were going to get the win. There was seconds left. The final ball is rolled into Sterling, and he's in the box, and I don't know what he does, but the ball calmly goes into the hands of the goalkeeper, and Liverpool were eliminated, and deservedly so, to be honest. They weren't good enough in the group, that had to be said. Okay, getting beat by Real Madrid home and away is fully understandable. I mean, it's going to happen to most clubs, to be honest. Real Madrid are the current reigning champions of Champions League, and at any time are one of the world's top clubs. Basle, of course, have had a knack of causing English teams problems in Europe and beating English teams. Liverpool's results against Ludogorets as well. I mean, they won the first game. I think the second game was a draw, and that's really not good enough. The performances they had in the Champions League, they just weren't good enough, to be honest. And they even should have lost a game last night. Yes, they came close to the end, but it was too little, too late. And clearly, they seem to miss. They obviously miss Suarez. There's no question. They're certainly missing Sturridge. Defensively, they have been a bit better recently, but it's too little, too late. And now they have to obviously. They've got to go and try and win the Europa League, and they have to get that top 4 spot in the league, which at the moment is looking very difficult. And with the match against Manchester United, it's now a must-win on Sunday, which was a must-win anyway, because the gap could go from like 5 points to 8 points, could remain 5, it could go to 2. Liverpool really have to sort it out. There's no question about that. So, and then coming into tonight's game, I mean, I've seen I've seen bits and pieces of the Manchester City game. I was round at a friend's house, and he was wanting to watch the Chelsea game as well. So I can't really give you an analysis of that, but I would also say that Manchester City did not deserve to go through. It was a great victory tonight away to Roma, but we didn't deserve to go through. There's no question. We got beat by Bayern Munich in the first game, and that was to be expected. We drew with Roma. Roma should have beat us. We lost against CSK Moscow, and I think drew the other one. Yeah, we drew against them and lost against them, which was not good enough. Then we beat Bayern Munich away from home, which was a tremendous result, and that was all about Sergio Aguero. As I've said before, if Manchester City didn't have him, we'd not be in the position they're in. They'd be in the position Liverpool were in, because he's as integral to Manchester City as Suarez was to Liverpool. Some people might disagree with that, but that's a fact. And then a great win tonight against Roma away from home. So I suppose we left it late as a club, but I don't feel we probably deserve to go through. But we got through, and I'm not going to complain about that, certainly. So that's it for this video. Like I said, there'll be a second video to follow this, so stay tuned for that one as well, and hopefully these will both be uploaded just after midnight. Okay, thank you for watching, and there'll be a new video following this one.